Welcome to Oregon Outdoors. I'm Mark Freeman. Now, driving the Coast Highway from Gold Beach to Brookings, there's turnouts everywhere. Every turnout has a trail. And if you spend a little bit of time walking some of these trails, it'll be astonishing what you're going to find. And when you're on these trails, you gotta tip your hat to a man named Sam. The Samuel H. Boardman State Scenic Corridor covers 12 miles of the Oregon coast along Highway 101, just north of Brookings. Now, it's part of the Oregon State Park System, and most of the land was acquired sometime between 1949 and 1957 from either private landowners along the coast or the Federal Bureau of Land Management. A big chunk of it came in 1950 when Borax Consolidated of London, England donated 304 acres for the park and 63 acres for right-of-way on the relocated Oregon Coast Highway. This place is loaded with hikes, and a lot of the pullouts are detailed on a map you can find online. And it's all named for Boardman, who was the first Oregon State Park superintendent. He served from 1929 till he retired in the middle of all this in 1950. So Boardman was a man with an incredible vision. He thought this entire coast area of Curry County should be one big coastal park. And he put his entire career trying to make that happen. At one point, he even pitched the National Park Service, trying to get them interested in taking this all stretch and turning it into a national park. The parks guys came out and checked it out, but it never came to fruition. So what we have instead is this incredible scenic area that named for Boardman, and man, I love coming out here. And that brings us to a secret beach that's not so secret anymore. You know, one of the coolest places in the Samuel Boardman State Scenic Corridor is a secret. Not really anymore, but Secret Beach is still really cool. So it's about a half-a-mile trail down to this really cool beach called Secret Beach. And you know, if you can't find it by looking at all the cars parked out on the highway, it's 0.6 of a mile south of the Arch Rock picnic area. Make that little jump though, you can see why it's all worth it. And as you can tell by all the footprints out here, I am not the only guy today to figure that out. If you come down here during low tide, the beach almost doubles. Just like Secret Beach is kind of a secret, it's also kind of a secret ride. You can come down here anytime you want. It's because you own it. all of Oregon's beaches are public beaches. Can't say that in California, can you? And all got started in 1912. That's when Governor Oswald West convinced the Oregon legislature to declare Oregon beaches, get this, a public highway from the top of tide to the bottom of tide. That's the difference between high tide and low tide. It's called the wet sands rule. So if the sand gets wet sometime during the day, you own it, Oregonians. Things got even better in 1967 with Governor Tom McCall. You remember him. He was a guy who pretty famously said, hey, don't move to Oregon.
Every time I speak to a national convention that comes here, I greet them and I always say, come back many times and visit us again and again and enjoy the beauties of the state, but for heaven's sake, don't move here to live.
McCall championed the Oregon Beach Law. It set the public beach right-of-way from the lowest of low tides to 16 feet of elevation above low tide. And in the spirit of Tom McCall, you don't have to move here to come to Secret Beach.